kind of curious, I know obviously Maryland was able to get 5 sacks last week, and Indiana leads the Big Ten in sacks allowed. And I'm just kind of curious, what kind of things maybe the defense can do to kind of maintain that momentum going into week 7.
Yeah, one of the things when you study Indiana on offense, they want the Walt's system, their spread system, where they use the whole field from alignments with their receivers to also really big splits that they create with their offensive line. And I know they've got had a change at the offensive line coaching position this week, so it's going to be interesting to see kind of if they maintain the same kind of principles with their offensive line. For us, it always predicates on trying to be disruptive and putting them in advantageous pass rush situations, which a week ago, we were able to get them into a bunch of 3rd and longs, which allowed us to get our dime rabbits group on the field. And when we get that group on the field with the quarterback and knowing that he's throwing the ball, it gives us a chance to really cut our hair back and kind of get after the quarterback. So 1st and 2nd down will be really important for us to try to get them into 3rd and long situations. Obviously, with the tempo in which they play, they try to keep your personnel groupings off the field. So it's hard to sub in to get guys out there. So it's just a matter of executing the fundamentals and trying to get after the quarterback.
Gotcha.
We'll go to Noah.
What's going on, Coach?
Hey, Noah, what's going on, man?
Nothing much. So I'm just curious, how pleased are you with Darrell Chami's performance so far this season? Obviously, he had a big game against Purdue. So how would you kind of gauge his performance so far this season? And is it rewarding, seeing a guy that had a season-ending injury last season come back and seemingly be in full force this season?
Yeah, I thought maybe Darrell got off to a little bit slower start than what we would have liked. But as you said, coming back from that injury and as fast as he's been able to get back, he was a guy that we kind of had on a pitch count during training camp in an effort to make sure we gave him even more time or opportunity to continue to get bigger, stronger, and healthier. And I think now you're seeing him hit kind of the sweet spot, or right, get into his groove. Everyone knows that he has the ability as a pass rusher because of the first step quickness he presents. It was good to see last week him finish on the quarterback, and we're hopeful that he can build off of that performance this week because we definitely need the ability to get after this quarterback.
We'll go to Josh.
Hey, how you doing, Coach?
Josh, how are you?
Good. So over the season, you mentioned that you would like to run at least 80 plays. So I was curious, how can you guys improve on 3rd down so that, you're able to do that?
Yeah, it's not always 3rd down. Certain games when we haven't been good on 3rd down is where you see us where we drop below 70. I think we've had maybe 3 games in the 60s. And a couple of them have been because of our lack of 3rd down production. Some of them have been because obviously the special teams turnovers, which take series away from you. When you look at Indiana, they're a team that is probably, I think they were rated the fourth fastest tempo in college football, meaning they get off quite a bit of plays because of how fast they get it snapped. With what we've done because of our, personnel usage with the 2 tight ends and a lot of the shifts and motions, that also has played a role in the drop off and the number of plays we've gotten off, because as we know, when you start using shifts, motions to gain leverage, it slows down the amount of time it takes to get the ball snapped. And so if we were to be stationary, line up in a couple of different formations and get it snapped faster, that's how you can add plays. Playing well on 3rd down extends drives, which gives you a chance to have more plays. And then also kind of how we've game planned and called things would allow us to speed up our tempo.
And another question, after, holding Charlie Jones to 15 yards last week, how do you look to, replicate that success against Cam Camper?
Yeah, he's a talented player and he has our full attention. The best thing you can do to stop the passing game is disrupt the quarterback. And then, obviously close down all the zones. A week ago, we've used the different different coverages, whether we dropped 8, we played man. I thought we did a really good job of the combination of the two. And I think we'll probably need a little bit of both of those, the ability to play man coverage. And we feel our corners have that ability to stay with him and run with him. But now it's a matter of getting to the quarterback when you play man coverage, and then also mixing it up where we do drop 8 and cover all the zones to not allow a lot of space for a receiver like him.
We'll go to Wes.
Hey, Coach. Hope all's well.
Wes, how are you?
Good. So I guess a quick one here first. Is there an update on Gavin Gibson? I know he left Saturday's game.
Yeah, right now Gavin is a game time decision. He was not able to get any work in Tuesday or Wednesday. We're trying to see what he'll look like going into this week today. I would say that it'd be probably tough, in my opinion, because he's a young player, by missing the amount of work he's missed this week. If anything, he may be an emergency guy for us.
Gotcha. And talk a little bit more about tempo. What goes into practice in a week like this when you know you're facing a team that's more up tempo than usual, and what kind of stuff will go into the defense being able to, be ready for that task and be able to make those stops?
Yeah, we do like everybody else. You 2 huddle it, where you shotgun on the scout team. You put 2 huddles out there to where as soon as that play is over, the next huddle is at the line of scrimmage. And now our defense has to finish that play, get their head around, recognize formation, get the call, and get aligned. And then we've also, we do quite a bit of good on good work. We've increased our tempo in an effort when we've gone good on good this week. We've increased the tempo in which we play to help our defense, as well as help us emphasize that we also want to speed up our tempo.
All right. Thanks, Coach. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks, Coach.